Algernon's October with the check-in with Hip Hop United. Every professional sport has a set of referees that help preserve the integrity of the game and ensure that all the participants have a fair opportunity to win the match that they're playing. In the world of entertainment and culture, we only need one individual to play this role. For over 20 years, our next guest has been overseeing careers and officiating various aspects of entertainment and culture. On and off the field, we watched him throw those much-needed flags on anything that he thought was out of line. This man has basically been balancing all the needs of gods and underdogs for over 20 years, and we got him here in the building. We got the official cultural referee in the building, Ray Daniels. What's going on, King?
Thank you, bro. Good intro, man. I appreciate that. I didn't know what you was talking about. I'm like, what are you talking about right now?
We talking about
I thought you was reading a commercial. And I'm like, oh, he said 1 minute. Okay, appreciate that. Great intro, bro. I'm happy to be here.
Hey, man, we happy to have you. Now, we just saw you at One Music Fest last week, man.
Exactly.
What were some of your favorite moments, and what did you think of the show overall this year?
My favorite moment was probably the Dungeon Family. Obviously, I feel like those guys raised me, like Rico, Goody Mob, Outkast, Killer Mike, like C-Bone, so that was probably the highlight for me. Like seeing all of those Big Rube on stage, like seeing all that on stage, Cool Breeze, man, incredible.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that was good stuff. Now, there's been a lot of talk in the culture, my brother, about the no hip-hop songs appearing in the top 40 100 list for the first time since February 1990. That's a long time. And in an IG post, you had mentioned that clout has been replacing hits.
Yes.
Expand upon that and tell us why you feel that popularity is winning over real talent.
Because we live in I say this all the time. We live in the social media world. We live on social media and we get off social media now to come interact with the real world. Yeah. When it used to be we lived in the real world and we would go to social media to see what was going on. Social media has such a hold on us right now that people would rather have $1 million, a million followers over $1 million. Right? It's because social media has made us think that eyes equal money. Now, for the most part, eyes do equal money. But the problem that we're having now is you're getting the eyes without doing anything great. Even if you're a clown, Homie the Clown was still great at the jokes. You know what I mean? So like you have to be great at that. And to me, I think the business is bad because artists were focusing on the show and not the actual craft. Like, think about it like this. You can go 4 years in college, learn how to play the game, get there in 4 years, and have a career. Or you can skip that 4 years, go right now, and hopefully have a career.
Yeah.
That's what everybody's picking. I'm ready. The biggest issue that we have is that we pray for things that we don't prepare ourselves for. We're praying for it. You know how many people pray to get in rooms that were bigger than them only to be not prepared for those rooms?
When the moment comes.
It's like you got the opportunity, but you didn't do the research. It's like, God, just send me the chance and you get it. And it's like, what were you doing? What were you doing that whole time? I listened to pods. I studied this all day, 24/7, 365. It got to the point where I was obsessed with it. That's why I kind of disconnected for a minute because I could see the problem. It's like, bro, I can't even enjoy music no more without, it's like a coach watching football. It's like, they're playing sloppy. What is this they're playing? This don't look like the game I know.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about the music that's being made. I'm like, you don't want to, like, an album was a major thing to us. It was like, that's my album. Now, niggas is doing an album in 3 days and putting it out and being like, it's a classic. Okay. I mean, I'm not saying it can't be, but I'm saying 3 days? Like, you couldn't take 3 more days to live with it to see how you can make it better? And it's just no one is focusing on the actual job. It's like you and podcaster, right? Like, it's like,
right.
and my biggest problem with the music is the same with pods. It's like, everybody want to be on a podcast. Everybody want to talk. But it's that after that really makes the money. We could talk all day. We could have the greatest interview of all time. If your team don't know how to roll it out in a way to make people know that, who's going to know that?
No, big facts with that in terms of that. Now, how do you feel, since we on podcast or whatever like that, how do you feel podcasters can go to that next level in terms of being able to get that revenue stream coming in or whatever? They might have great content, they might have good guests, but how do they get to the point where they can turn that into some money?
I think the interview version of pods are like done. The reason why I say that, you know this, like, man, somebody come to town, they interviewing with all of us.
Yeah.
So it's like, what makes my interview different? Me. What makes your interview different? You. Right. So what I would tell any podcaster who wants to do this is, you better have the personality to carry it, whether your guest is there or not. Because if like sometimes you'll do a show and if the guest is good, you got 50,000 views.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do a show and you get 300 views. It's not me. They want to hear what he had to say and they want to hear what you had to say. Right? But then it's like, but it's still my numbers. So I have to give them more me. And that's kind of like, people be like, yo, you on fire. I'm like, all I did was just say, I'm going to talk to more people. I was allowing more people to talk to me.
Yeah.
Now I'm talking to more people. So now people putting stuff out on me and it's everywhere and it's just because I'm talking to people. So, but the pod thing, you got to have the personality to do it. I'll tell anybody that. Or the curiosity. You got to be curious about something. You're going to be a question asker. Like, I'm not really curious. Like some people I interview, I can't believe I'm saying this. Like, Chassie probably don't think I'm crazy. But like some people I interview, I'm like, I don't even know what to ask you. I have no interest in talking to you.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm going to do it because, but it's like, maybe you could, like, it's like somebody say, interview me. And it's like, oh, okay, who is this guy? I don't know who this guy is. When I sit down, that first 30 seconds, I got a chance to let you know who I am.
Yeah.
You know how many times I was coming up, people like, you want to talk to Ray? Who's he? I don't know. I talk to them, and they leave like, what's your phone number? Because I have the personality. I have the personality that people are drawn to. You have to have that also. And, that's something that you can't, either you got it or you don't.
No, I feel you. That's why we had to make sure we gave you them flowers. As soon as you sat down in that chair, I had to let you know what we were about. Because that's what we do on Hip Hop United, my brother.
Sure.
All right, gear switch a little bit, man. How do you feel about this trend, or it might not be a trend, it might just be a reality within the celebrity game, where celebrities are getting these honorary degrees and going to these ceremonies and putting them out there. And
Funky Daniva went off Trick Daddy and Trina.
I'm not saying no names. I'm just saying, this thing where you meet the guy on Friday and he's Sam, and then on Tuesday he's Dr. Sam.
Well, let me say this. Let me just say this. I'm not so funky about Daniva, but he's right. But he also ended it the way I'm gonna end it. Like, I mean, I don't get why they get it, but I damn sure want one. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I really can't hate on it. It's like, how can you hate outside the club? Well, I ain't in the club, but, I damn sure would. Like, Tehran got it from the Virgin Islands. The University of Virgin Islands gave Brock City the honorary doctorate. And Tehran on his Instagram is Dr. Tehran Thomas. Like, what? But, listen, man, all colleges ain't created equal. So that means all doctorate degrees ain't created equal.
Right. Okay.
Like I went to Atlanta Metro. Like if I got a degree from Atlanta Metro, it doesn't mean as much as if I got a degree from Harvard. You know what I mean? So it's like, why is that? It's like I can't get offended if I went to Atlanta Metro. I know it's not Harvard. That's why I went there. So when people get, it's just interesting, man. When people get offended by certain things, but yeah. That's an interesting one. That was a good one.
Now it's Dr. Sam. You know what it is.
It's listen, man, I put it like this. I do want one, but I want it to be from a real school.
Okay. So you down with it. You just want it to be with a prestigious and reputable school.
Everything can be bought, bro.
Okay.
Everything can be bought. Like, I hate to say it, like we hate it, but it's like, these schools are businesses too.
Right.
They're businesses that need to make money. So sometimes, if you got an unknown school, matter of fact, whatever school that was that gave Trick Daddy and Trina the thing, we probably never heard of school until now. That's why they did it.
True. No,
they got some PR now. We got Trick. Now, don't get me wrong. You're going to have some people saying, but we know the school now. So it works for both ways. I'm not going to make it seem like the schools are being like dumb. No, the schools are being smart. They're chasing the light.
Yeah.
And, just because everybody with light don't have to have a degree.
All right.
Talking to one.
I feel you. And you've done pretty well.
I've done pretty well myself. So that's what I'm saying.
Speaking of light, all right. Ebro recently made a comment that one of the reasons that hip-hop is in decline is that we're letting anybody with a microphone become an artist.
I
you
agree.
Feel like there's some truth in that?
Well, what Ebro has to understand is, from A&R, is that hip-hop is the only genre in the world that anyone can do.
Mm.
I can't sing a country song. You have to have talent to sing a country song. You have to have talent to sing an R&B song. You have to have talent to do a pop song. You have to have rap now. Because there was a point in time when you had to have skill. But rap now, it doesn't require that. It doesn't require talent. It's like, I don't want to put... A lot of these women rappers aren't writing their records and no one cares. No one cares if the words didn't come from you. They just like the words.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's one of those things, man.
Well, speaking of females, I did actually had a question specifically on that. You recently on your cast, you had said that one of the best strategies for female artists to build a fan base was to be for them to be successful was for them to be authentic, to be themselves,
Yep.
to show people that they are relatable,
Yep.
just in an everyday situation on a day-to-day basis. Do you think that that's the same advice you would give to male artists?
Say the advice one more time. I want to make sure. See, now you gotta run it back because that was a good one. All right. What did they say? Tell me one more time.
Okay, you said one of the best strategies for
So
females.
nigga use my words against me. I gotta pay attention. Now it's like you said.
I'm listening to your cast.
Exactly. I love it.
You said, one of the best strategies for female artists to build a fan base and for them to be successful is to be their authentic self.
Yes.
To show the audience that they can relate to the same things as them on a day-to-day basis. And so I was asking you, would you give that same advice to the gentleman?
I would give that advice to anybody who wants to win at anything.
Okay.
I don't care what it is. You have to be yourself, your most authentic self. And if it doesn't fit that room, then find a room that it does fit. So the whole point of so here's why I say this, right? Rappers went from being everyday guys to being super versions of us, right? It was like I'm old enough to remember when rap was just, you had to have some skill. When I was a kid and Special Ed was rapping about I Got It Made, I don't think no one thought he really had that stuff. It was just cool to watch a kid live out a fantasy, if you will.
Right.
We got to this point where hip hop, where it started being about who's real, not who's good, who's real. And once now there's another stigma. So now watch this. Ebro says hip hop lets everybody in. Hip hop is I can take anybody in the world and make them a rapper. If you can talk, you can rap.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the first thing. So what were you speaking about? Sorry, the point I went back to Ebro, but before I was going there, I was speaking about being authentic.
Being your authentic self.
So the thing I was saying is that artists started becoming super versions of themselves, right? Like I always go back to Big, right? Big comes out. This album is dedicated to all the people that told me I wouldn't amount to nothing. All the people that called the police on me when I was just trying to hustle to feed my dog. He told us who he was. He also told us who he is. This is for all the people in the struggle. It's all good, baby, baby. How many people were struggling at that time?
Everybody.
It was all a dream. He used to live where he was just telling his truth, right? Rappers now feel like they have to give you their superhero story. Have you woke up one day this month feeling like, I don't know if I can do this no more? Right? Haven't you?
Everybody.
So if a rapper has to, why ain't nobody rapped about that yet?
Yeah.
You still want to rap about how much money you got, how big you are? Nah. Now is a chance to be human in rap. Like rap to me has a great opportunity to explode because it's no longer through the roof. It's hit its roof. Now it needs to expand. It needs to expand what it talks about. It needs to expand how it views itself. It needs to change. And the only way to change is to be honest. And being honest is saying, I'm fucked up right now and I'm trying to figure it out. I fucked my money up. Damn, now I can't re-up. You know how many niggas connected with that line? Because it was true. It wasn't, I got the most money and I got the dope boys love me everywhere I go. It's like, yeah, we know that. Like, you got Trap of the Year, 4 times row, but Jeezy really was that though, right?
Right.
There was other people trying to be that. They wasn't that, right? Walk on the other hand, I fucked my money up. Like, I'm going to be the other side. So rappers are missing the opportunity to connect with the audience. They're missing the opportunity to just be regular. They want to be super so bad because they want to show you, the audience, they're better than you. What audience, what genre in the world wants to have an audience that they can brag how much money they got to the poor people listening?
That part.
We lost. It's like the people have figured it out.
Yeah.
Because there's too much access now. Now we know how you live all day. I don't think we really knew how good lives was until social media. It's like, remember Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous?
Oh, yeah.
What's his name? Robin Leach. I'm going to show you. It was once a week for 30 minutes. He's going to pick 3 people in the world and show us how they live.
The private jets and everything.
We got 375 million people doing that every day.
Yeah.
Man, the system is broken. Everybody's lifestyle of Rich and Famous. I'd rather see the lifestyle of the workers.
Let's talk about bougie and uppity managers, my brother. Like, at one music fest, me and Brianna, we had an experience. We had a situation where we had experience. We got to talk about this right here. Okay. We were approached, or we approached a manager, that was working with an up-and-coming artist, and they was just doing too much. They was being, they up-and-coming artists. We're not going to talk who the artist is. We just say up-and-coming artists. We're not going to put them on blast like that, all right? And we were asking for them to do a drop. at One Music Fest. Now, we explained that we are media partners at One Music Fest, and they continued to devalue our platform by asking us our credentials and while we in the media lounge in terms of that. And then the manager went as far as to ask to see our IG page before giving us access, and even said that this artist doesn't do drops for just anybody and ain't just jumping on any microphone. Do you feel like this approach basically hurts the artist in the long run, my brother?
I feel like that approach is what hurts black folks, period. Nothing to do with music. That is what black folk, we always want each other to qualify each other. I don't give a damn you got 1 subscribers or 1 million. I'm going to come and I'm going to show up for you because that's what we're supposed to do. That's what Jewish folks do for each other. They don't care where they are. They help because I know you need to win too for your kids and my kids to be. We know that. And when people try to qualify, to me, that manager, now let me go to the manager. I don't want to know who the artist is. And if the manager know me, you could holler at me if you want, but I'm going to say the same thing I'm going to say. That tells me the manager doesn't have power with the artist. That's what you're missing. See, what you're missing is that you're thinking that they're trying to be uppity. It's not they're trying to be uppity. The artists don't trust them. The artists don't trust them. So they need you to qualify to them so they can qualify to the artist in case the artist screams on them like, why you got me talking to these people? And they can say, no, you wanted to. That's what that was. It's not being uppity. It's just somebody that doesn't have control. My thing I tell any artist I work with is if you going to treat 10 people differently than you treat 10 million, go home and don't ever call me again. It shouldn't matter. That's what I'm saying. That's why, by the way, let me tell you why I started talking. Let me give y'all some game why I started talking. This is the honest to God truth. About 7 years ago, Stephen A. Smith, who I watch every morning, says, I'm more known than 85% of the players in the NBA. More people that watch the NBA know me than 85% of the players. And I'll consider myself an NBA fan. And I'm like, damn, that's true. I don't know none of the players on none. I don't know. It's too many players. So when he said that, I was like, it's space. If a sports broadcaster can be more famous than 85% of the league that he covers, then why can't a music broadcaster do the same thing? I have more people wanting to talk to me than want to talk to any artist I work with. Why? Because I'm talking. Meanwhile, artists only want to talk to you when they got something to promote. They only want to talk to you when there's something in it for me. That one artist could have blew Hip Hop United up. That one person. Like, that's how I look at myself. I don't care. People be like, yo, who do these shows? You know why I do these shows? Every time I see you, you be like, Ray, what I say? I got you, right? Have I ever asked you how many followers you got? How many subscribers you got? Chastity worked for me. I don't even like when people don't minimize them. That was once you, stupid ass. And that's why we don't have no more yous. That's why we don't have no more us. Because every time a nigga get on, he want to gatekeep other niggas rather than to educate other niggas. And then we wonder why we ain't where we want to be. So that's why I talk.
I can't even say nothing about that. And we appreciate you, too, for that. All right, we're going to turn the tables on this podcast, and we're going to ask you the same question you ask your guests. That's right. I watch your
I like this.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's do a credit check on you, Ray Daniels. All right? I need 2 to 3 people, unsung heroes, that are part of Ray Daniels' story. Let's go.
My Uncle Michael. My Uncle Michael was the only person in the house. I come from a very poor, fucked up, ghetto, hood nigga background where whoever had the most money was all who the world worshipped, right? Like, remember Paid in Full? Remember the part when the mom cooks and the son is like, I want to go eat somewhere else. The mom was like, all right, you better go with him. I grew up in a family like that where money was king. No disrespect to my family. Everybody in the projects is like that. My Uncle Michael was the first person that was telling me, like, yo, Ray, like, we're in a cycle. Like, they don't care about you. They only care about what you can do. It's money, 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 money. So I remember when I got in trouble for the first time when I was like a young adult, 17, 18, and I was like, that's the cycle. So I remember 18 years old, when you turn 17, 18, everybody here in this room has been there. And by the way, if you haven't, I want you to listen to what I'm saying. Pay attention to what people are telling you at 17, 18, and 19, because that's really how the world sees you. I'm 17, 18, 19. My mother's telling me go to the Army, go work at Delta. They're not telling me go to college. They're not telling me to go be something. They're telling me go get a job, right? So they set the tone. My Uncle Michael, so I get a job at 18, and I'm working with people who are old enough to be my mother. I'm pushing wheelchairs. So, And I'm like, this the cycle they was talking about. Like, damn, these people are old enough to be my parents and they pushing wheelchairs. By the way, no disrespect to them, my mother was pushing wheelchairs with us too. That's where I come from. My Uncle Michael was the one that put those thoughts in my head since I was a little boy, that when I hit 19, 20, and I was like, oh, I'm in the cycle. I immediately changed my whole outlook on and approach on life after that moment. So my Uncle Michael, my Uncle Derek. My Uncle Derek is the only man in the world I wanted to be like my whole life. My Uncle Derek moved 18 people out the projects to Atlanta at the same time. My uncle was hustling with Rich Paul and them. Not Rich Paul, Rich Porter, and like that Paid in Full movie. That was my life as a kid. But here, that movie makes me appreciate my uncle even more, because pay attention to that part with Rich Porter where his uncle was like, I can smell money, nigga. Like, I grew up in that environment. My uncle would come to the hood and give everybody money. My sneakers I had as my uncle. If he didn't move us out of Atlanta, I'd probably still be a project nigga stuck there. He gave me a chance. My Uncle Derek's my hero. And then my last person would say is my father, because he died. And his death was actually like, when my uncle woke me up 1920, but I was still working. You know, I'm like, I'm gonna be somebody. My dad dying and my mother telling me, go back to Delta, because you're gonna make $60,000 a year in 10 years, Raymond. That's incredible for you. And I was like, all right, mama, go back. And I went back and I was like, man, if Bill Cosby was my father, I wonder what my mother be telling me to go work with Delta. She wouldn't. I was like, damn, every expectation people have of me is based on who my father is. I quit Delta that day, and here I am. And now my kids don't even know what none of that shit is, because I had to break the cycle. So my uncles and my dad, like those men in my life, like I want to give them that. Nobody's asked me that, by the way. I appreciate that, because nobody's asked me that. But I want to get that to them, because if it wasn't for those men, I wouldn't be here. Like the man that I am now. Everything I am as a man is because of my father. I want to honor. His name was Raymond Daniels. My name is Raymond Daniels. I remember when he died, I felt like nobody cared. I was like, my promise to my dad was, I'm gonna make the name Ray Daniels matter.
And it does.
And it fucking does.
And we're going to continue on with flipping the script on you real quick. And you kind of already did, but let's do a little bit more. You got to give us a broke story, sir. You got to look into the camera and tell us what your mentality was when you were in it and what you did to get out of it.
I'm going to tell you a broke story. So around 2003, I was trying to be in the music business. I was in New York. My father's gone. I'm just trying to hustle. I was running around with CDs in my pocket with my name on it, and I was giving it out, and we kind of created a little relationship with these publicists, right? So like this publicist named Claudine, she's actually Cuba Gooding Jr.'s wife right now. But so we knew her, and she would just introduce us to people. So she introduces us to this guy who because she was rolling with Puff at the time. And this guy runs up to her and is like, bought Puff $60,000 worth of bottles. Like, tell Puff I bought him $60,000 worth of bottles. Tell him it was me. So she got his number, of course. So she hits him and she's like, yo, I got these guys I met. They looking for an investor. This guy just got $60 million. He's like, I love to invest in music. So here's the broke. I had to give you that details to give you the broke story. So, well, we're in Staten Island, and we got to go meet this guy at Houston's. This is the first time in my life I've ever eaten Houston's, ever been to Houston's. So it was at Houston's, and it was like, put like this. It was past the New York area. What's the New York area? It was downtown Manhattan, but it was past Tribeca. So my point is that it was a 20, 30 minute cab ride and a 3 or 4 hour walk. We walked because we didn't have money for a cab. So as we're walking, by the way, that's not the bad part. I loved it. We was friends. We just walking through New York. It's a summer day. We talking about our dreams. But the guy who was with us, my bro Banja, I'm going to say his name. Banja is like, he's our leader. So Banja tells us, I don't care what he says, we're not eating any food. We're not eating. We're not taking nothing from him. We're going to let him know we serious businessmen about our business. Mind you, I just said we just walked 3 hours. Okay, I'm down. So listen, we get to the restaurant. I never forget. We sit down. We all on one row. The guy walks. He pulls up in a new Benz. The girls is with him. He pops up. He's just sitting down. Give me a bottle of champagne. Give me this. And then he looks at us. What y'all want to eat? So we all was like, we good. So he's like, he looks at us, and I never forget. My artist was in that seat, and I'm right there, and he goes, he's hungry. To the waiter, he's hungry. And he was like, you want to order something? 'Cause I could tell you hungry. And he was like, this swear to God, he goes. And he was like, and then Bonja looked at him and he said, what you want, a burger? Get him a burger. I swear to God, I go, I want a burger too, man. I'm hungry. So Bonja looks at me. And then the other little Bonja goes, I'll take a burger too. And Bonja looks at him. And then this mother Bonja goes, since we're eating, I'll take a salmon. Salmon, nigga? You motherfucker. Wait, what? You want a blockbuster? You told us? Since we're doing it. So that's my broke story.
I love that. All right, now you've been in the industry for over 20 years, man. Are there some artists or some songs that you passed on that you wish you had worked with? Or worked on, I should say.
My biggest mistake I think I made as a manager was Miley Cyrus. I'm gonna tell you why. Funny story. So Mike Will and us are really close. And Mike Will calls like, yo, Miley Cyrus is gonna cut this song we got called We Can't Stop, and this other song we got called, at the time it was called Get Like Me. And I was like, cool, you know. So Mike tells us to pull up to the studio. You know, they're like, she's not gonna be Hannah Montana anymore. She's gonna be Miley Cyrus. Okay. So the studio. So I don't know if you know, Get Like Me wants to be becoming this song called 23. Okay. So I'm in a club, high up perp with some shades on, tatted up mini skirt with some J's on. That's the lyrics. It went triple platinum. It was a Mike Will record featuring Miley Cyrus, Juicy J, and Wiz Khalifa. And I remember being in the studio the night we recorded it, and Miley was just up smoking weed on the couch dancing to that shit. Like, you gotta understand something. This is like, social media is something, but it's not everything.
Right.
And I'm in the studio watching Hannah Montana smoke weed, party. It's none but black folks in the room. Juicy J in the room. Everybody smoking. Wiz. Everybody smoking. And Mike was like, yo, I'm doing the album. Pull up tomorrow. We're going to finish it. And I was like, hell no. I ain't going to be one of them niggas that killed Miley Cyrus. America ain't going to hate me for killing Hannah Montana. And I should have went back because Miley wound up owning it in a way that made it authentic to her. And it was very successful. So we made some money with Miley, but we could have did a lot more on the album other than the 2 that we did and 23.
All right. Okay. So that was a regret. All right. Now, what do you feel the differences are between what it took to be a star before streaming and what it takes to be a star in this era?
It takes way more work to be a star in this era. Way more work. Like back in the day, there was only 2 outlets. You had to get on radio or you had to get on TV. If you got on radio, that's all we was watching. Now social media is here. Social media is more prevalent to radio and TV now. It's not even radio and TV don't even matter as much as social. TV is irrelevant at this point. Like, who gives a damn you performed on the Tonight Show? Remember, it was a point where you performed on the Tonight Show, you was #1 the next day. Now we don't even, who was on there last night? We don't even care because social media has given us so many options, and people are not bougie about their entertainment. They might be bougie about certain things, but if it's entertaining, no matter how good or bad it is, if it's entertaining, they're gonna watch it. So, artists being a star now to me is harder because, okay, let me say this: it's no gatekeeping, but it's way more work.
Yeah.
Before it was gatekeeping, you had to get through one of them, and that was the real work. And once you got through one of them, or one of them to take you into the room, Jeff walks in with Alicia Keys. Clive Davis says she's the next Aretha Franklin, the next Whitney Houston. Alicia Keys become that. It's like that was the work. You developed Alicia, you took it to somebody else that sent it to the world. Now you got to develop yourself in front of the world, put yourself out in front of the world, grow with the world, make mistakes with the world. Like, you have to give the world your reality show every day. And it's harder because you have to commit to the character you're choosing to play. That's why so many people are falling off, because that's not who we really are.
Yeah, they're not being authentic like we talked about earlier.
That's why I say you have to be authentic. Like, I am Ray. You can say to me right now, Ray, I probably have 20,000 hours of me talking online. You could probably say right now, Ray, here's a quote you said. I don't know if I said that shit or not, because that's not how I talk. I might have said something. I know I didn't say those words. I don't use those words. Like, I know the character because I know his limits. So it's like, that's why it works for me, because I'm myself.
Yeah.
It's just the only person that I don't give the world is like the father of me, because that's my kids, right? But the rest of I'm myself. I'm in character.
Yeah. No, that makes sense, being authentic. Now, how should artists protect themselves when they're looking to sign a deal, especially in this pocket of time?
You can't protect yourself. that's a dumb question. It's like, how do you help a woman know if she's marrying the right man? She ain't gonna know that shit until she married to the nigga. Yeah. Then she gonna realize. Then you can tell her. So my point is like you just got to keep trying, and it might work, to get you to level 3, but it might not get you to level 8. Then you gotta try again and try again and try again. Then you get to level 8. Now you're there. Now you gotta try again to get. It's like that's what it's like being a superstar now, where it was like all you had to do is do, and they showed you and you won. Now where there was 300-400 artists competing for the number 1 spot on Billboard, now there's probably 100. I don't want to exaggerate. I'm gonna be funny, but there's probably at least 8 to 10 million people making music in the States right now. 8 to 10 million people. Now think about that. There was always 8 to 10 million people making music. But you had to get to MTV, BET, one of those. Now you have 8 to 10 million people making music, and they all have their own BET, MTV in their pocket. Yeah. And they put it out there. So you have to sift through longer. It's like sifting through. You have to I tell everybody to survive. Most people's problem is they're just trying to win. Don't try to win. Survive. Because if you survive, you learn how to win. If you try to win, you might put yourself in a position where you put yourself out the game. Right? Just try. Just survive. Like, look, I'm not here to take it all. I'm just here to learn. Just here to win. Like, I'm having the most fun of my life right now, and I feel like I'm doing nothing right. The only time I know I'm doing right is when people want to talk to me. That's the only time I know I'm doing right. So it's like, I'm working, and then I go outside, I get rewarded. Hey, man, I love you. Oh, shit. You watch. Okay. But we talking to a camera right now. We don't know who's watching. Can we focus on that? Should that be our worry? Who's watching?
Word. That's what's up.
I'm asking you, should that be our worry? In your opinion, should we worry about who's watching, or should we just do us?
I think we should just do us. Just turn the mic on, turn the camera on, and have a conversation and be your 100% self.
Here's why most artists are unhappy. Because they're showing up as someone else. You don't like to smile. I don't smile, nigga. I'm a serious person. You got to smile as an artist. And that's why I'm making you smile.
Yeah.
I remember when I came in the business, it was this one guy who I didn't like, because every time I came in the building, the people with me would say, make sure you go speak to him. Somebody tell him, make sure he speaks to me. And by the way, I'm a nobody, but I'm like, I'm better than him in my mind. So, because he has power, the positioning. No, right. I'm going to speak to everybody. So when I'm on my way to his office, all the way in the corner, I spoke to every intern, every cubicle, everybody on the way there and the way back.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
And those interns in the cubicles are now CEOs of companies.
Because you never know who that person is going to be and what's going on or whatever.
For sure.
I've always had that same philosophy.
For sure.
Everybody gets treated the same.
Everybody. That's what I'm saying.
And that's the reason why people want to be in your energy. Right?
That's my point, because I'm not going to treat like I'm not going to give you like a BS interview. Like, I don't want to be here. Like, if I didn't want to be here, I shouldn't be here. But if I showed up, I'm showing up.
And showing out.
That's how you got to do it, because I'm committed to it. Bro, my team will tell you, I'll be in the car asleep. Like, I'm here. You ready? Bro, don't ever worry about I'm ready. Ask me a question. I'm ready. Because it's me. It's not like I got to why you got to prepare?
Yeah, just be yourself.
Nigga, it's me. I don't got to prepare for nothing unless you about to do something I don't know that I ain't never did. But if it's going to be talking about me and what I know, then let's talk about it.
Now, let's go. Well, just to wrap you up, because I know you got a lot going on, my brother. If you could go back 20 years and have a conversation with your younger self about music, life, and family, what would you say? And, of course, what's next for Ray Daniels?
Music, life, and family. I'm talking to 25-year-old. I would tell him, fuck your family. They're going to always be your family, whether you treat them good or not. Focus on you. Music. Fuck the music business. They're only going to treat you good based on how good you are or not. So focus on being good at music. And what's the third one?
What's next for Ray Daniels?
No, it was family.
It was music, life, and family. So when you cover music
and in
family,
life,
let's go life.
And in life, it's only yours. It's yours. It's the only thing we all have in common. We only have one life that's ours, that we can do what we want with. Do what you want. Everybody, I'm going to say this again. I always say, every podcast I get on, I'm saying this to everybody. Social media has us stuck in high school. We are all stuck in high school, where now, instead of us focusing on ourselves, we're focusing on proving shit to our classmates. Think about school, but I was poor in school. I wear my uncle's shoes. I ain't telling nobody it was my uncle's shoes. I just wore my uncle's shoes, right? School is the only time you could be, your mom could be fucking you up in the house. School, you gonna cover it up.
Yeah.
Because I know they're gonna laugh at me. I know they're gonna clown me. I know they're gonna do it. I know that. Life is like, social media has taken us there now, where if you get, like, think about it. Megan and Clay announced they're together. they post a picture. Now that's the new announcement thing now. Social. That's my point.
That's how you let people know you're in a
Man,
relationship.
listen,
You put a post out.
I am Ray Daniels off social media. I don't, whether it's life, whether it's music, or it's family. My only goal should be focusing on making sure I'm the best version for all three. Now, everybody in all three should be focusing on being that too. Everybody in my life, everybody in my family, everybody I'm working with in music should be focused on being the best version of themselves. Then we'll all win.
Yeah.
But why don't we win? Because the leader's usually focused on the discipline and everybody else is just following, hoping that they just can slide by. That's what I'm saying. You can't worry about family, life, or music. You got to worry about you and being the best you. And if you do that, the rest will fall. I've spent so much money invested in me. I'm not afraid to lose on me. God gave me only one me. Why would I lose? I'm going to lose on you? I'd rather lose on me. So that's why I tell anybody, if you listen to this 20-year Ray, hey, they're going to have a lot to say, but they're going to always be there. So do you. You know how many people talk bad about Elon Musk right now? How many people talk bad about people who don't care? I'm fucking rich. Are we talking about anybody else that's bad? Are we talking about anybody below? Are we talking about anybody at the bottom? Are we having, no, we don't care. We only care about the people up there. So my thing I tell anybody is stop worrying about this and try to be a person up there. Because that's who the world cares about. And the world care about you, if the world cares about you, you have a much better life if they don't.
Shit, we just gonna go ahead and end it right there. And what's next for you, my brother?
I'm now the creative director for The Cut. Shout out to The Cut. It's an app. Everybody who have the phone, if you get your hair cut, perfect, look good. You should download The Cut app, book it through there. You pay your barber through there. You put your slot through there. You don't have to call a barber and ask him is he there anymore. You just book a slot. It's in there. You pay it in there, and it's there. So I'm the creative director for them. So look out for some big stuff for that.
All right, got you. That's what's up. Well, my brother, it's been nothing but a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate your support, your love, and of course, your authenticity as you talked more about that. Yes. Ray Daniels, you have officially been checked in with Hip Hop United. Let's go.
Are you good, Rihanna? You good? Because
we wonderful, bro.
I know, but I want to make sure she good because I see her out every time and we always hug. Anytime. I tell you I got you, right? Okay, perfect. That to me, that's what matters to me more than anything because every time I see her is love and I'm like, why ain't this? I'm coming, and we here. Thank you for having me.
And we appreciate you, my brother. We truly do.
Let's go.
Thank you, man. Let's get it.